After failing to agree on a new contract, Molly Qerim abruptly quit ESPN, a network executive disclosed this week. Despite early rumors that she would leave at the end of the year, Qerim, 41, startled viewers of the popular sports discussion show First Take last weekend by abruptly terminating her 19-year career with ESPN. She confirmed on Instagram that she was leaving her position as First Take host after 10 years in the hot seat amid those rumors, and a day later, her co-worker Stephen A. Smith disclosed that she had also quit the entire company. ESPN president of content Burke Magnus acknowledged that Qerim's abrupt departure had taken them by surprise, but he also clarified that they had lately been unable to agree on a renewal. In an interview with The Athletic, Magnus stated, "Molly Qerim is an incredible teammate and colleague and a wonderful person. This has a few dimensions. First, it's clear that we were discussing rejuvenation. 2, 10 years is a long time to do something like that. I won't speak for her, but I believe there was a sense that she wanted to pursue other endeavors, and after 10 years of success on a popular show like that, I might be able to move on and pursue other interests. We attempted to rework that arrangement and get her to do other things. To be honest, it became less about that and more about her desire to do new things and do different things. In the end, it was simpler for her to start over from scratch." Magnus also disclosed that Qerim was eager to start a new chapter because she would be leaving her position as First Take host at the end of the year. He went on to say, "We had already dealt with the fact that she was going to leave First Take in any case. Therefore, from our point of view, it was more about what else she could be doing, how we could increase her versatility, and how we could engage her in various activities. We were attempting to achieve that. On Tuesday, I read a lot of stuff on X. This is not a contentious issue. Not a single shoe is going to fall. She is a fantastic individual. Well, it's business. You give it your all, but we weren't entirely on the same page. I completely admire her desire to make a fresh start and attempt to pursue interests outside of ESPN rather than entering a less defined scenario." Magnus states that before reaching a decision, ESPN will test out a variety of possible candidates for 30 to 45 days. ESPN must now focus on finding a replacement for Qerim. Prior to joining ESPN as a college football live host 2 years later, Qerim began his career with the network in 2006, working first on its digital and mobile platforms. In addition, the American TV personality reported breaking news for ESPN2's Fantasy Football Now, for which she won an Emmy in 2008. 7 years later, Qerim took over as First Take's temporary host after Kerry Champion was elevated to ESPN's premier SportsCenter program. She subsequently secured the full-time position within a few months and never looked back. Her departure has hurt Smith, who called it an uncomfortable situation earlier this week. "It would be an understatement to say that I'm very sad about it," he remarked. "Molly is a friend. One of my co-workers is Molly. On numerous occasions in the past, I have relied on Molly, just as she has done with me. Over the course of our 10 years as co-stars on the show, some of these things frequently occur, and it's just awkward to witness. To be honest, the details are none of your business. I don't pretend to be an expert on every detail. There was an ongoing contract negotiation. Without a doubt, ESPN did not want to lose her. However, she ultimately decided to leave the program with immediate effect.